Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 54, number 503. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet said, "If any one of you, on having sexual relation with his wife, says, 'O Allah, protect me from Satan, and prevent Satan from approaching the offspring you are going to give me,' and if it happens that the lady conceives a child, Satan will neither harm it nor be given power over it." Volume 4, Book 54, number 504. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet offered a prayer, and, after finishing, he said, "Satan came in front of me trying persistently to divert my attention from the prayer, but Allah gave me the strength to overpower him." Volume 4, Book 54, number 505. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "When the call for the prayer is pronounced, Satan takes to his heels, passing wind with noise. When the call for the prayer is finished, he comes back. And when the Qamah is pronounced, he again takes to his heels, and after its completion, he returns again to interfere between the praying person and his heart, saying to him, 'Remember this or that thing,' till the person forgets whether he has offered 3 or 4 rakat. So if one forgets whether he has prayed 3 or 4 rakat, he should perform 2 prostrations of sahu, i.e. forgetfulness." Volume 4, Book 54, number 506. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "When any human being is born, Satan touches him at both sides of the body with his 2 fingers, except Jesus, the son of Mary, whom Satan tried to touch but failed, for he touched the placenta cover instead." Volume 4, Book 54, number 507. Narrated by Al-Qamah. "I went to Sham, and asked, 'Who is here?' The people said, 'Abu ad-Darda.' Abu Darda said, 'Is the person whom Allah has protected against Satan, as Allah's apostle said, amongst you.' The sub-narrator, Mughira, said that the person who was given Allah's refuge through the tongue of the Prophet was Ammar bin Yazir. Volume 4, Book 54, number 508. Narrated by Aisha. The Prophet said, "While the angels talk amidst the clouds about things that are going to happen on earth, the devils hear a word of what they say and pour it in the ears of a soothsayer as one pours something in a bottle, and they add 100 lies to that one word." Volume 4, Book 54, number 509. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Yawning is from Satan, and if any one of you yawns, he should check his yawning as much as possible, for if any one of you, during the act of yawning, should say, 'Ha,' Satan will laugh at him." Volume 4, Book 54, number 510. Narrated by Aisha. On the day of the Battle of Uhud, when the pagans were defeated, Satan shouted, "O slaves of Allah! Beware of the forces at your back," and on that the Muslims of the front files fought with the Muslims of the back files, thinking they were pagans. Hudhaifa looked back to see his father, Al-Yaman, being attacked by the Muslims. He shouted, "O Allah's slaves! My father, by Allah, they did not stop till they killed him." Hudhaifa said, "May Allah forgive you." Urwa said that Hudhaifa continued to do good, invoking Allah to forgive the killer of his father till he met Allah, i.e. died. Volume 4, Book 54, number 511. Narrated by Aisha. I asked the Prophet about one's looking here and there during the prayer. He replied, "It is what Satan steals from the prayer of any one of you." Volume 4, Book 54, number 512. Narrated by Abu Qatada. As below, i.e. Hadith number 513. Volume 4, Book 54, number 513. Narrated by Abu Qatada. The Prophet said, a good dream is from Allah, and a bad or evil dream is from Satan. So if any one of you has a bad dream of which he gets afraid, he should spit on his left side and should seek refuge with Allah from its evil, for then it will not harm him. Volume 4, Book 54, number 514. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, if one says 100 times in one day, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, the alone who has no partners, to him belongs dominion and to him belong all the praises, and he has power over all things, i.e. omnipotent. One will get the reward of manumitting 10 slaves, and 100 good deeds will be written in his account, and 100 bad deeds will be wiped off or erased from his account, and on that day he will be protected from the morning till evening from Satan, and nobody will be superior to him except one who has done more than that which he has done. Volume 4, Book 54, number 515. Narrated by Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas. Once Umar asked the leave to see Allah's Apostle, in whose company there were some Qurayshi women who were talking to him and asking him for more financial support, raising their voices. When Umar asked permission to enter, the women got up, quickly, hurrying to screen themselves. When Allah's Apostle admitted, Umar, Allah's Apostle was smiling. Umar asked, O Allah's Apostle, may Allah keep you gay always. Allah's Apostle said, I am astonished at these women who were with me. As soon as they heard your voice, they hastened to screen themselves. Umar said, O Allah's Apostle, you have more right to be feared by them. Then he addressed those women, saying, O enemies of your own souls, do you fear me and not Allah's Apostle? They replied, yes, for you are a fearful and fierce man as compared with Allah's Apostle. On that Allah's Apostle said to Umar, by him in whose hands my life is, whenever Satan sees you taking a path, he follows a path other than yours. Volume 4, Book 54, number 516. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, if any one of you rouses from sleep and performs the ablution, he should wash his nose by putting water in it and then blowing it out thrice, because Satan has stayed in the upper part of his nose all the night. Volume 4, Book 54, number 517. Narrated by Abdur-Rahman bin Abdullah bin Abdur-Rahman bin Abi Sasa Ansari. That Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said to his father, I see you are fond of sheep and the desert, so when you want to pronounce the Adhan, raise your voice with it, for whoever will hear the Adhan, whether a human being, or a jinn, or anything else, will bear witness, in favor on the day of resurrection. Abu Sa'id added, I have heard this from Allah's Apostle. Volume 4, Book 54, number 518. Narrated by Ibn Umar. That he heard the Prophet delivering a sermon on the pulpit saying, kill snakes and kill do at two fiatain, i.e. a snake with 2 white lines on its back, and albatross, i.e. a snake with short or mutilated tail, for they destroy the sight of one's eyes and bring about abortion. Abdullah bin Umar further added, once while I was chasing a snake in order to kill it, Abu Lubaba called me saying, don't kill it. I said, Allah's Apostle ordered us to kill snakes. He said, but later on he prohibited the killing of snakes living in the houses. Az Zubri said, such snakes are called al-awamir.